gotta be kidding me! You gotta be freaking kidding me! Ah! First, it was Tom Brady getting suspended for 4 games, which is 2 down and 2 to go. Then Rob Ninkovich gets suspended for 4 games, which he has 2 more to go for that. But now Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ah! And he was doing really good. Ah! Well, ah! 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 Which, I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he's doing really well. Now I hear it's day to day. He may put him on uniform. And unlikely he will miss the game against Houston this week, which I'll get to that game shortly. Ah! Ah! I'm so stressed out for this right now. Ugh. I haven't been this stressed out since Tom Brady got hurt in 2008. Ah! I had to get that one out. I'm sorry. Ugh. But, now you know how I feel about that. And, of course, since he got hurt, Miami ended up going, bouncing back in the game. Almost tied the game after Stephen Gronkowski field goal. And we got out of there alive from that game. So, I'm grateful we got the win, but we had to lose Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, man. It had me go for another round of a Blue Moon for that one. Well, I kind of didn't drink as I was driving that day, but, I kind of wanted to have a drink for that one. Ugh. That's how I feel about the game, but I hope with this other guy, with Jacoby Bennett or whatever his name, Bingsley or whatever his name is, that Jacoby Bennett, Bingsley, I hope he does really well if he starts, which there is a story to him, though. He was mentored under Bill Parcells when he was young, back in his teenager days or something, or maybe younger than that. So, this might be a plot story why he was a New England Patriot, probably. He actually was recommended by Bill Belichick, I guess. So, that's a little interesting thought for that. So, if you're under the Bill Parcells regime, you know you got to be something special for that. So maybe there's something special about this Bingsley guy. So whatever, Jacoby Bingsley, whatever the hell his last name is, but we'll see how he does it. It's his next man up, I guess. So, that was so hard to watch, so hard. We got to do something at this point. I know. I've been hearing talks about Julian Edelman may be back up, but I don't want to see him get hurt either, even if he's on one of our big wide receivers we got right now. So, I don't know if that's a good idea at this point. But, at this point, we'll see how it goes. We got 2 more to go for Tom Brady coming back. So, let's just keep it at that. So, that's how I feel about that game. And what a game with the Jets and Bills that was. Even funnier when the Rex Ryan lost. That's the funny part about it. Seeing him cry makes me want to smile all the time for that. So, but Ryan Fitzpatrick had a hell of a game, went over 400, nearly 500 yards in passing, so let's see how he does this week for that, but, they did the dagger in the game-winning touchdown. I mean, who would have, which I got that one win for that, but unfortunately I went 7-9, I think, in that whole thing. I wasn't really too pleased going 500, but it could have been worse, but, let's see how I do better this week. Week 2 was always a struggle for me. So I'm going to try to do better next year for week 2. So I'm going to try to do that. So at this point in time. But, we're on to week 3. We're going to focus on that. But how my thoughts about it. But the Saints almost pulling it off, though, for week 2. Well, having a tough loss against the Giants. But, but the Saints fought back in the end. But the defense has improved a little bit from last year, but not great. But Drew Brees needs a little help on the offense, so maybe that could help him out a bit at the end of his career, too. Maybe that would help, but we'll see how it plays out for that part, but in that role. But it goes to show you the defense is not really that great in New Orleans. So, on that one, in the Cowboys, I don't think anyone would expect that the Dallas Cowboys beating the Redskins, and I'd even know they're at home. but Kirk Cousins has experience. But, you know, the only problem with the Redskins right now, they can't be the toughest teams, but they can beat the weak teams right now. So, it needs a little work, but, you know, let's see how it goes. But at that point, who would have thunk that without Tony Romo, that the Cowboys would have won? But who am I to judge for that one? But the Panthers took care of business for San Francisco, which I thought that was my upset of the week. So, but that didn't turn out to be that way. So it was a really good win for Carolina. They finally got the monkeys off their back. So that's how it's a good souvenir for that one. So good win for Carolina for that. But having Kelvin Benjamin back is a help. So that could be really good. So for the Panthers, maybe look at the South next year. Now I regret that pick. I don't know, it's still early. So hey, we'll see. And for the Rams, that was a big win for them. And a great homecoming for the Los Angeles Rams. They've beaten Seattle 9-3 in a low-scoring game. That Seattle maybe have a little need help on defense right now. I mean, that doesn't look good for Seattle. I mean, they got the win week 1, but week 2 though, then you can see the defense struggling a bit though. Then mostly the offense, I should say though. But but you really can't rely on Russell Wilson on the offensive side of the ball though. But they have a great defense, but sometimes you need a great offense to help to improve that great defense. But at this point, why not? But whatever, I'm all into it. But then the Lions beating the Titans. That was a big dagger for the Detroit getting out of that one alive. I nobody would have expected that. I mean, it was another game-winning field goal for them, but back-to-back game-winning field goals for them, for the Lions. Good for them. I mean, I'm surprised they're doing this well early in the season without Calvin Johnson. I thought it might take a little time to get over the Calvin Johnson retirement thing. So, but they're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well in that part scenario. But hey, it is. Yeah, they'll take it, I guess. So, hey, but the Cleveland Browns and the Ravens. I'm glad that I got my Ravens. Not my Ravens. I don't really care. I'm okay with the Ravens, but yeah. But the Ravens, they were lucky to be alive out of that one. I thought that was going to be a blowout, but that didn't turn out to be the case. But the Cleveland Browns had one job to do, and kaput, they didn't do that. Well, it could have been worse. But, at least they were in the game. At least they didn't get blown out. That's more than I can tell you about the Cleveland Browns. They didn't get blown out. But the Ravens defense, and of course the Ravens are sort of struggling right now. They need help. Put it that way on that one. Put it that way. But as for the Bengals, I kind of regret that pick though. I thought Cincinnati would probably get revenge on Pittsburgh, but that didn't happen. But who knows? They have to play Pittsburgh again in Cincinnati. Maybe they'll get their revenge on that point. But we'll see what happens on that one. But hey, good win for Pittsburgh. But hey, maybe Pittsburgh's not over and done yet. But they're all saying about they have a bad defense. But the defense definitely stepped up for them for week 2 for them. So that was a good help for Pittsburgh on that point. But hey, and the Colts and the Broncos, another great win for Denver. Doing well without Peyton Manning. But the Indianapolis Colts need help on defense. Andrew Luck needs help on defense. And I hate to say this, but if they don't give Andrew Luck help on defense, I could see him leaving Indianapolis because of that. So, if they can help him a little bit on the offensive side of the ball, maybe he can stay. But it's not looking good for Indianapolis on the defensive side of the ball. If they want to get into the playoffs, they need defensive help fast. Because if they don't, they're not going to go anywhere. But that's my theory on that one. And the Chiefs and Texans, now I know why the Texans won the game. Because Houston's offense definitely stepped up when they needed to, and they did. Both teams have great defenses, but it all came down to the offense, whoever won the game, and that turned out to be the Texans. So that turned out to be that way. But hey, Brock Osweiler stepped up when he needed to, and I guess it turned out to be that way. So hey. But yeah, for the Falcons, I know I picked the Raiders in that game, but congratulations to Hatbox's Atlanta Falcons. That was a good win for the Falcons on that one. Maybe we'll start getting rolling again finally. This is the first win since week 8 of last year, I think. I think they went on a losing streak after that. Someone correct me on that one. I could be wrong, but I know they struggled in the end of the year. They started out 6-0 and they went downhill after that. So, and I think that was their first win since week 8 of last year. So I think this is definitely a good stepping stone for Atlanta. Maybe they'll start when we improve a little bit more. But hey, but they got some momentum on that one. But that the Jaguars and the Jaguars and Chargers. I thought Jacksonville was gonna probably beat San Diego on that one, but I like Jacksonville right now. How they're doing, they're pretty good on both sides of the ball. Blake Bortles on the offense are doing pretty well on that. Defense has been really good, and they definitely stopped struggle with it. Made Aaron Rodgers give him a hard time of last week though. But San Diego, really? You can handle Aaron Rodgers pretty well. But you can't handle San Diego? Wow. That kind of I was a little confused on that one. I was like, someone help me up on this one. Well, what's wrong with this picture right here? That's how I was seeing at that point though. But, it is what it is on that one, I guess. So, hey. But, and the last 2 picks I got right, which I went 7-9, I believe, was the biggest ones. I really needed those really bad, and it definitely showed up. With the Gio Nose and Stu Pace's Minnesota Vikings. Well, Steve Brown's Minnesota Vikings, I'm sorry. That was definitely a help for me. But who would have thunk that Sam Bradford would outplay Aaron Rodgers? Sam Bradford? Sam Bradford? Tell me we're getting this right here. Sam Bradford duking out Aaron Rodgers? Wow. I would never, ever, ever thought I'd see the day for that one. Never. But, Minnesota came on top. It was a homecoming for the new stadium. Hey, very good win on their new stadium. Their defense definitely did step up there, but there was a bad side. What happened? Adrian Peterson got hurt during the game. Last time I checked, he was on MRI. I haven't heard anything back about that. So, maybe I hope he's doing well. So, we can't... Adrian Peterson going down, that's probably the last thing that the Minnesota Vikings really need on the offensive side of the ball since Teddy Bridgewater was done for the year. So, that was a big loss, too. They're just really stepping really hard on the offensive side of the ball. They're just losing players left and right down there. Losing your 2 biggest stars on there. And one is done for the rest of the year, and I don't know what the other is going to happen. But, sooner or later, something's really going to happen to Minnesota with this on the offensive side of the ball. So, it's going to be tough, but, let's see how they're going to roll out with this. But, wow. Sam Bradford. Out-duking Aaron Rodgers. That just shocks me. That's just shocks of all shocks on that one. And as for the Eagles and Bears, thank you, Philadelphia. Thank you. You saved my night. You saved my picks for going worse than I was thinking I was, but thank you for that win. I needed that so badly. Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Boy, on that one. Philadelphia scared me a bit in the second quarter, but Carson Wentz came up when he needed to, but he did. But, who knows? Maybe Philadelphia can prove me wrong in the division. this coming year, and maybe they'll get the NFC East this year. Maybe. But, you know, I don't know. It all depends on the Giants, how the Giants do. So, but we'll see how it goes on that. But hey, congratulations to Carson Wentz getting his first win on the road. That was really big. So that was a good accomplishment for Carson Wentz right now. So let's see how they do. And I think they playing how they do in week 2. This is going to be very interesting. How this one's going to play out. So this is going to be really fun. And so, anyways, but that's how I feel. My thoughts about week 2. On to my week 2 picks. On to my week 3 picks. Excuse me. So, wow. First off, starting with the Thursday night game, it's the Texans and the Patriots. Texans are coming to New England to face Bill Belichick and the Patriots. And I don't know, maybe Rob Gronkowski may play, maybe not. Now I'm here and he may play until the Buffalo game. So hey, but you know, yeah. Like the Minnesota Vikings, the New England Patriots are losing offensive weapons too. So, but you know the Patriots they're just doing their job. That's their main goal right now. But for the next 2 more games, so let's see what they do, and let's see how they do with Tom Brady when Tom Brady gets back. So, and J.J. Watt coming to town with the best defense, and Brock Osweiler making his first start on the road in New England. So Brock Osweiler had a win against New England last year. Now he's facing them again this year. So see how he does with that. So, I gotta say that Houston's defense is a lot different than Denver's defense in Week 9 of last year, which Denver won the Super Bowl on that defense. And the only one I could think of on defense is J.J. Watt and Vince Wilfork. I think he's still there. And that's another thing. Vince Wilfork returning to Foxborough. And Bill O'Brien, too. And I gotta say, I still like the New England Patriots on this one, to be honest with you. I just kind of realized right now, excuse my phone, but, sorry about that, but I still think it's do your job statement right now for the Patriots, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to do their job and win the game. I like my New England Patriots on Thursday night. Cardinals are going to pound the Bills on that. I like to see that, so I like the Cardinals on that game. Packers are going to fight to get redemption. They're going to take it on the Lions. I like the Packers over the Lions. The Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins, I'm taking the Dolphins. It's Cleveland. Giants and Redskins, taking the Giants. And the Broncos and Bengals, 2 playoff contenders from last year. I like the Super Bowl champions Denver Broncos against the Cincinnati Bengals. And Cam Newton and the Panthers are taking on the Vikings defense. Going to be a low-scoring game, but I still like the Panthers winning that game. Jaguars and Ravens, it's an evenly matched team, but I'm going to have to go with the team who's been impressing me lately, and that's Jacksonville. I got to go with Jacksonville in that game. And the 2 division games, the Seahawks and 49ers, I like Seattle in that game. In the Buccaneers, I got the Buccaneers over the Rams. And there's the Colts and Chargers. I'm going to have to take the Colts over the Chargers. And I got to take the Chiefs over the Jets. In the Battle of Pennsylvania, the Eagles and the Steelers. So, wow. Wow. This is a toss-up. Carson Wentz versus Big Ben. 2 good offenses and really good defense, but I got to pull off the upset in this one. I got to pull off the Eagles over the Steelers on that one. I think they can pull off the upset against Pittsburgh. I like Philadelphia winning that game. So I got to go for that one. And the Bears still have Jay Cutler. He's on day-to-day. Even with Jay Cutler, I'm still going to have to pick the Dallas Cowboys winning over the Chicago Bears. Sorry, Bears fans. If you dump Jay Cutler, you'll be good. That's all I got to tell you. Just dump him. But you're not going to do that because the Bears don't know what the hell they're doing on the office and inside the office zone. So I think George Halas is rolling over his grave for that. Yep, he's rolling over his grave. In the Sunday Night Football game, I think the Saints are finally going to get a win. They're going to have to beat the Falcons. I like the Saints over the Falcons. Wait, is it Sunday night? No, I'm sorry. The Cowboys and Bears is Sunday Night Football. Monday Night Football is the Saints over the Falcons, but I'm sorry, I forgot one game. Before those two games, I like to do them Sunday night and Monday Night Football games last, so I apologize. I forgot one game. The Raiders and Titans. Mariota and the Titans. I'm facing David Carr and the Raiders. I got to go with David Carr and the Raiders on this game, so I got to pick them on that one. I'm sorry, I missed that pick, so I got to take that one. So, yeah, that's my pick. That's why I picked the Raiders over the Titans. But there you go. Those are my week 3 picks. I hope you enjoy them. Shoutouts for the week. I got Justin's Bridgewater Finest, that Blockbuster guy on Twitter, and check out his videos. He makes great videos, and look for him on SoundCloud and iTunes. I will put his links on below on those as well. You can follow them on there if you want to take a look at him. You can all listen to his great Morgan Freeman voice. Excuse me. Yep. So you can all, if you want to have a great voice to listen to his Morgan Freeman voice. I can definitely tell you that one right now. So shout out to Bridgewater's Finest, and of course Stephen Coleman, known as Half Moon Picks. Check his videos out. He has great editing videos, so definitely check his videos out. So he's really good. And yeah, he's a Lions fan too. That because I got to do that one too. So and of course, check out Fire Sports. Check his videos out. He makes great picks, so check his videos out on that one. And of course, check out the Robert Sports Show. Check his videos out. I always get entertained with the Robert Sports Show. He makes really cool videos. He always puts a smile on my face. So check his videos out. And of course, one other shout out for the week though. I gotta get this one video out there. So the reason why I'm doing this video, because I'm gonna do a movie review this coming week. So I'm gonna make another video. So stay tuned for that. The movie review I'm going to do is Don't Breathe. I saw that this past weekend, so I'm going to make a video for that. So, anyways, the shout-out is Blu-ray Dan. Check him out on his Twitter page. I will definitely put his links down below for them, so you can follow him on Twitter and on his YouTube channel. Check out Blu-ray Dan. He makes great movie reviews. And you want to see other movie reviews, you can check he's one of the guys I'll definitely recommend to. So, that'll wrap up my Week 3 picks. That would wrap up my 2016 NFL season Week 3 picks. So that on my very own show. So that'll wrap it up. And until then, please drink plenty of water. It's really hot out there today. So where I live actually. So definitely drink some water. And not only that, pumpkin season here. Get out your pumpkins ready and start carving. And this is Andrew Warren signing off, and I'll see you all soon.